Hello, Pokey Fight Club. My name is JediMono8895 here, and today we are going to build a team. And by we, I mean my friend Bainred.
Hey!
And Cliftongasm.
What's up, guys?
And today we are going to make an RU team based on stuff. Cliff can explain that because I don't feel like it.
Alright, well, we're gonna be helping people build some competitive teams over here on the Pokey Fight Club. You know, just give you a little bit of advice. And we felt like starting with RU, just because it's the newest tier really. Not a lot. It's not been around for a long time. It's not a lot's known about it. It kind of changes every time there's a new tier change. The whole thing just sort of gets turned on its head. So we're going to just give you like a strategy to how to build an RU team. Just so that you can imply this strategy every time like the whole tier gets just flipped on its head. You have something that you know how to build a team around this little bit piece of strategy we're going to give you.
Indeed.
So
I just changed the name to my person, Cliff, Bane, and AJ. And this is an NU team you guys should not be looking at because it is a great NU team that you guys aren't looking at. Alright, so I've got this fresh team builder right here, and we are going to be doing this live. We kind of just had like a pre-talk on what we are going to, like our ideas. Ew, I just spit everywhere. Our ideas on like what we're going to build, the core we're going to be using. So I've got PO statistics and I've got the RU tier list right here on Google Chrome. So yeah. So I guess we should start off with our core, huh? We should start with our first member of our core.
Yeah. Well, your core either needs to be based around type or purpose. So you either plan to have, like, for example, a fire, water, grass core, where you have like the main three types covered, and they cover quite a lot of other types as well.
And you play on resistances.
Or you go for purpose. Now, purpose could mean you have someone that is just your out-and-out wall, like a mixed wall, a mixed attacker, and someone that sets up hazards. So first of all, you need to differentiate between which type of core you're going to be using. What kind of core are we going to go for, guys? We're going to go for resistances?
I don't know, you said in the Skype chat.
I'd rather go for purpose, because that's the core I use, and it's the one I'm most familiar with.
Yeah, I agree.
I tend to use purpose. Purpose is the more competitive type, because it makes you think a lot more about the rest of your team. If you just go and focus on the Pokemon types, then albeit you'll have good coverage, but you might not have a well-structured team.
That is a fact. So, I guess so. I think we're kind of leaning on doing a hazards-based team in some sorts.
Yeah.
Even though there are a lot of good rapid spinners, I feel like we can use a good core, so...
There are also a lot of good spin blockers.
Yes, that is also factual.
So that means our core is going to be based around a poke to set up hazards and a spin blocker. Means the team will be built around them two. Them two are guaranteed. Everything past that is kind of in the mix right now. So we know that we want to set up hazards.
That phaser too would be nice.
We will need a phaser as well. So there's three.
And I know a very good phaser, so...
We know we're going to need to set up the hazards. We know that we're going to need to be able to stop people from getting rid of our hazards. And then, like Bane says, we're going to need a phaser as well. So we'll start with hazards first.
Well, let's start with the number one in usage in RU, at least according to the last time they analyzed that.
Yes. Right now, in standard RU rated, out of 14,215 battles, Claydol is on 18% of the teams. And in the next spinner, I think let's see. I think the next spinner is really far. Well, I mean, who's the other spinner?
Pharisee spins, right?
No, it can't.
No more. Then it's...
you can rapid spin with Sand Slash.
Yeah,
Sand Slash.
You can rapid spin...
Sand Slash is very low down on the usage.
Quillfish can rapid spin, I believe.
Quillfish can actually. Quillfish is...
Here, guys, you're gonna have to speak up a bit. I don't know how well I'm picking you guys up.
Okay.
Much better.
What else is there?
Well, anyways, I'm gonna look at the
Other spinner.
I'm looking at the.
Average is 15th, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the 133 stats, which is, as you can see here, this data only takes into account teams who have current rating as of 2/1 or 1,337 or higher. And it's not as many battles, but as you can see, the percentage of like differentiates between other Pokemon. So
obviously the thing that sets up, like, that's used the most in RU to set up hazards, and it can spin, is Claydol. Claydol can set rocks, but that's about it. Other things.
Well, he's also a Levitator, so we can like maybe put some things on our team that are weak to grass, and we can throw in a few immunities in there.
Yeah, but that's later. We got to start with the core now.
Yes.
Gonna stop.
All right. So it sounds like right now we're siding on Claydol.
There's Claydol or there's Crustle. Because the only reason I'd go Crustle over Claydol is so that you can have rocks and spikes.
Crustle can spin, right?
I believe so.
I don't think so.
Check it though.
Yeah, I'll just look at pardon my typing.
Well, I'm looking at moves. It cannot.
It can't rapid spin though.
So Pokemon who can rapid spin. In RU, you have Wartortle, Sandshrew Sandslash, Staryu, Pineco, Torkoal, Baltoy Claydol, Drillbur, Cryogonal, Tentacool, if you want to run an Eviolite Tentacool, a bit interesting.
No, okay.
Okay, but, and then there's like, Armaldo and Kabutops, we've pretty much covered everything.
A lot of the stuff that Bane just listed off there isn't actually in the RU tier.
Yes, but
a Eviolite Tentacool.
Yeah, it actually works, surprisingly.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
We'll talk about that another time, because we're going to focus in on this at the moment. So we're going to go Claydol for our spinner and our hazards.
Alright, so let's get Claydol up on my small room thingy. I'm back.
So Claydol with the ability Levitate, so you can switch in and on some ground type attacks there and not receive any damage.
Alright, but there is a few things we can do. The Smogon set right now, since we definitely want Rapid Spin and Stealth Rock, so there are sets like the Trick set that could work, and other sets
Dual screens as well.
Dual screens, yes, it's right here. And really, there's not really much. I mean, Rest Talk, Taunt. I mean, I would just rather run the standard sets. Like,
yeah, we want to keep Claydol alive. So discount the Trick set because firstly it doesn't have Stealth Rocks in it and is using Claydol as an attacker. But we want to focus on keeping Claydol alive for as long as possible in case our hazards get spun away.
these.
If they don't have anything that can spin, we're okay once we've got the rocks up to let Claydol go down, use it as fodder.
Yeah.
But just for now, you want to keep your hazards up for as long as possible. So if we go through the rapid spin set, which is Leftovers, Bolt Nature, Rapid Spin, Stealth Rocks, Earth Power, Toxic or Ice Beam, with 252 HP, 252 Defense, and 4 in Special Attack.
Oh, whoa, wait, I've been spacing. Hold on.
That's the ideal set, because while it might look more appealing to run specially defensive because he's got a higher specially defensive stat, the typing means that you're going to be hit. A lot of super effective moves that are going to be going against you are likely to be special, so therefore, you're better in terms of a physical wall.
Yeah, you're going to be looking at something that comes off the top of my head that Claydol's relatively weak to would be Feraligatr.
Yeah.
Feraligatr is a physical attacker.
Mm-hmm.
So, it helps you with, just singling one Pokemon out, obviously. It helps you against the Feraligatr.
Indeed. So, okay, so right now we just got Claydol. We're just going to put Rapid Spin and Stealth Rocks on it. I mean, I guess we could put the EVs and moves later, but right now we're just kind of trying to get the sole purpose and the team synergy going.
But for a second, we can talk about status right here, because this Claydol set does run Toxic or Ice Beam.
Okay.
And fair enough, we can talk about this later.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. Alright. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Come back to that. So, now we've got our spinner and the stealth rocker. Now we need a spin blocker. The blockers for this tier are either Cofagrigus, Dust Noir, and is that it?
Spiritomb.
Yeah. Forget Dust Noir because defensively, unless you want to like surprise someone with Focus Punch or whatever, defensively Cofagrigus outclasses Dust Noir.
We could run Spiritomb.
Spiritomb is defensively outclassed by Cofagrigus.
I mean,
but Spiritomb has better typing.
But yeah, Spiritomb is...
I mean, he has 108 defense and 108 special defense. Like, it's not...
Honestly, it's up to preference.
Yeah, this is preference, and I think
if you want a bit more of an attacking take on it, you can cash in on Dust Noir's base 100 attack, and maybe catch some things off guard. Come in on a sweeper or whatever, and hit it with something harder. Hit the next thing that comes in with a focus punch, something like that.
If I want to,
go Cliff.
If I'm just with Spiritomb though, we couldn't use Spiritomb because Yuxi is quite popular in RU.
Yes.
Yeah. And Spiritomb being dark type, being a spin blocker as well, can also take down Yuxi's with. It's got Shadow Sneak, Dark Pulse, and moves like that. And it attacks a lot
I would look
harder.
at this. This is in the top 1337 stats. Right, that's the usage for Spiritomb and Cofagrigus. They're pretty tight.
Yeah, 10 and 11 for those who can't see it in the Skype chat.
They can see my screen.
Oh, they can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. But,
very close.
Yeah, very popular set on Spiritomb that I found to be quite potent because it shuts down Yuxi, as you said, Tom, Cliff. And it's also a real pain for Sigilyph, which is rising in popularity since the tier change put it there. I know I use one, and one thing that annoys the heck out of me is something I can't hit with anything, which is Spiritomb. So Calm Mind Spiritomb, very, very potent.
Okay, I can see that working. I mean, there's really no thing that can threaten it out, to be quite honest, as long as we have Pain Split.
Okay, go Tom.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, you could even if you don't feel like you'll be able to get up a Calm Mind, you can just run it Specs or Banded.
That's true. It's quite good defensively, too.
There's a lot of versatility, and it's got 92 attack and 92 special attack, so
yeah.
The only main problem with Spiritomb is that it is very slow.
Easily revenge killed if you have enough power to take it out.
Definitely.
Which I think a speed boosted Sharpedo could easily.
But it does get access to Will-O-Wisp, and it gets access to a number of support moves. So if you play it right, Spiritomb can be very, 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 very scary to the opposing team.
Definitely.
So are we going with Spiritomb or Cofagrigus?
I think that just so that we can handle Sigilyph and Yuxi, which are both quite popular in RU, we'll go Spiritomb. But it is just down to preference. I mean, because Cofagrigus can handle Yuxi and Sigilyph, but the only thing is Yuxi and Sigilyph can't actually attack Spiritomb. They can't attack it for
any good
damage, but they can possibly get dark moves to hit Cofagrigus. I mean, don't usually see it, but it is possible.
If it's popsicle, it's possible.
Exactly. So the Spiritomb, and we're going to run Calm Mind or Band or Specs.
Calm Mind would be kind of redundant in my opinion because we already have a very good physical one. You don't want to focus too much on one side.
That's true.
I think a Band or Specs would be very good. Specs would actually probably be the preference. I know it doesn't say it on the Smogon thing, but Most Uxies tend to be physically defensive. So if you want to really take it out, with through surprise, a Specs with Dark Pulse or something, Shadow Ball would be preferable.
Would we make it bulky Specs?
We could make it bulky Specs. We could, put it in special defense.
You know what? Actually, if we're gonna try doing that, I'd rather run Life Orb.
Life Orb?
Yeah, run Life Orb Pain Split. Pain Split.
Life Orb Pain Split sounds good to me.
Okay. So 252 HP, 252 special attack.
No, wait, 252 HP. And attack.
Modest nature.
Okay.
And the other 4 in defense or special defense.
Yeah. And then you could run Dark Pulse. I'm just going to split the moves.
Dark Pulse, you can run
Psychic too, if you want to catch some of the fighting types off guard.
Yep. Psychic. What else is there?
It kind of like Pursuit.
Shadow Ball for stab, and then Pink Split.
Yeah.
You can run a Bandit Pursuit too. That works just well.
Well,
on the Bandit, for the Bandit set, it recommends, I think it's Shadow Sneak, Pursuit, Sucker Punch, Trick.
Mm-hmm.
With obviously, 252 HP, 252 attack. But obviously, again, like with the Cofagrigus thing, this is all down to preference.
Yeah.
And preferably, we'd rather it be special attacking. Just to handle the physically defensive Uxies.
Now, our preference isn't necessarily your preference. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So if your team is a bit different, dear viewers, and you want to run a bandit set or a special defensive set, just know that all are viable. Where for this demonstration, we're just going to go for a special attacking set.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got our Spiritomb down.
Now we need our Phaser.
Yeah. Now, I have a personal favorite, just because I just love this Pokemon. It's so good at everything. And that's Eviolite Munchlax.
I can completely agree with that.
Agree. With Body Slam and Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Incredibly hard to deal with. So just so you guys get an idea of where we're coming from. Munchlax shares its evolution's massive HP stat, which is 135, so 474 max HP, and it has 85 special defense stat. So here, let me just get out the ghetto calculator here.
It is a max of 295 special defense.
295 times 1.5 after the Eviolite. 442.5 rounded down because it's a Pokemon Works, I think.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Rounded.
Yeah.
So that is monster special defense right there.
So that means,
plus,
a Shell Smashed Amistar, no problem. Just switch in your Munchlax, phase it out, you got nothing to worry about.
And it also has a fantastic an ability that I actually adore on this Pokemon, Big Fat.
Yeah.
Which serves him very well as a special wall.
Switch in onto Moltres, Specs Moltres or whatever. Fire Blast, no problem.
Fire Blast won't do anything,
I'd say we do.
But yeah, I mean, you could switch in on an Ice Beam and, you'll just shrug it off and be like, oh, did a fly land on me? I didn't feel it.
Good one, Tom!
Funny. So, definitely run that with, I think they recommend 136 HP, 124 defense, and 248 special defense. But I think we should run max special D.
Let's just see the reasoning behind that.
Well, the reasoning behind that is probably, to make it more of a mixed wall than it actually is.
Yeah, but even then, base defense is 40, so it's not going to be taking any hits in it.
Even with the 1, 2, 4 in defense, it's not going to take any hits. So I'd much rather just have it as a pure special wall.
And then switch out,
And if there's a physical attack coming, we've already got
Claydol.
Claydol as our physical wall. So.
And if it's a fighting physical attack, Claydol takes it even better. So.
Fighting physical attack, we're just going to Spiritomb.
Spiritomb or Claydol?
Or Claydol.
Point is, we've got synergy.
I mean, I know I said that you need to, not more worry about the types and worry about, purpose. But it is good to pay attention to the types that you're picking and not stack up too much on one weakness.
That's correct.
That's true.
And that goes for any tier, not just RU.
Yeah, that's just a general bit of advice.
Okay, so now we've got our core. Our 3 defensive Pokemon, one which is slightly more offensive than the other 2. And now we can move on to the actual attackers. You guys have anything in mind?
So, well, I'm just going to say, right here, you need to think, right, we've got our types. So we've got Ground Psychic with Claydol, we've got Dark Ghost with Spiritomb, and we've got Pure Normal with Munchlax. Now, it's not bad to have Pokemon that share the same type. It's just not advisable. Like, you're safer not having not having 3 Pokemon that are all water type, because then if they go in on a quick electric attack and you're 3 pokes down, your 3 pokes you can't use right there. And the more things you have to switch on something and be able to take it here and then come back and fire off something else, the more likely you are to win.
Right now I just entered in the Team Synergy on Pokemon.Maryland.com for the Team Synergy builder, and it's literally legit perfect synergy.
Okay.
See, there we go.
There you have it, folks. Pure legit synergy.
And 3 really impressive pokes, and it's not like we're giving up anything to have them on our team. I say, do we want to pick 1 attacker each?
Okay, so, but before we do that, special versus physical, who wants to take, I think we should have 2 physical and 1 special, since we already have,
I'll take the special, because I do have something in mind that, it's not really, it is seen a lot, and it's, I just love it, frankly.
I've got my physical right here.
I got a physical.
Which is interchangeable, to be honest.
I'll go first, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Galvantula.
I love Galvantula.
I love this Pokemon in the RU tier. It is amazing. It's a bug electric type for anyone that doesn't know, anyone that uses the higher tiers, and it has an amazing ability called Compoundeyes. Now, Compoundeyes increases your accuracy by 30%. So, for anyone that can do the maths, Thunder. How much is Thunder going to miss? Like, what?
I think it's a 5% miss.
2.5% chance.
2.5% chance to miss on Thunder.
As opposed to 30%.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I get stab from it.
Yeah, plus the stab. So it makes Thunder so much more scarier, and you don't have to rely on the range so it hits. I mean, you do miss occasionally, but it's pretty much nothing.
Yes.
I like running a life set.
Yeah.
Now that gives you Thunder, and then Bug Buzz for your stab bug, and then you also have Energy Ball, so that if someone decides that they think you're going to go for a Thunder, and they're going to switch in a ground rock type, you can just fire off the Energy Ball, and that thing will be destroyed.
You know what I'm worried about though? Like, I'm starting to worry about our speed, because we can, like,
Galvantula has 108 speed.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Max of 346.
What I was thinking is that we could try running like a choice set and have Volt Switch.
What choice, Scarf, or Specs?
I'm gonna be right back, guys.
Well, like, I could see, like, Scarf, like, surprising a lot of people, because they're like, oh, look, it's Specs or Life Orb, and then we just nail them with a choice Star Thunder. With
it's going to be so much quicker with Thunder, and then they're just like, oh shit, where did that come from? Yeah.
So I guess
that could catch a lot of Sharpedos off guard.
Indeed.
I completely agree with that, actually. That then gives us Galvantula, because it's quite a... Have you got the Smogon page open for Galvantula?
Yeah, it's right here.
I just missed what we talked about. What was it?
We're running a Scarf with Galvantula.
Scarf? You sure it has the power to pull that off?
Yes.
It does. With stab.
Modest.
It does.
Okay. If you say so.
Like, obviously, I'd prefer to run Lifewall, but
Yeah.
AJ was right. We are lacking a little bit of speed with our 3 that we've already got. So if you throw Galvantula in with a scarf, it'll catch people off guard, which is always a good thing, you know. Something that's properly like abusing your team, and then they're going to think, oh, I'm faster than Galvantula. I'm not going to be scared of this. And then you nail it with a Thunder before it can even move. They're going to be like, shit, where did that come from? So you run Thunder, Bug Buzz, Volt Switch, you know, just as that annoyance, and then Energy Ball or Hidden Power Fire.
I'd go with Energy Ball.
I would go with Energy Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then on that, you know, you run 252 Special Attack.
Actually, to be honest, if you're Scarf, you might as well be running Electro Ball. If you want to be fancy.
Yeah, but we're going to keep it pretty basic, you know, because does it do as
It's
much?
It's higher base power. It's not static. I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
Well, it depends. If you're gonna be like barely outspeeding another Scarfer,
Yeah, if you're going to be outspeeding, there's not really.
then it's not gonna be doing much damage. Thunder's the more reliable choice. I'm just saying if you want to be fancy.
Yeah, if you want to be fancy, you know, and try something new, then Electric Ball all the way. But if you're going to be like going in against a Sharpedo or something, like a Lifeful Sharpedo with the speed boost, and you're like only like a couple of stats above it after 1 speed boost, then you're much better off going for the Thunder. So yeah, we go Thunder, Bug Buzz, Volt Switch, and then Energy Ball with 252 Special Attack, 4 Special Defense, 252 Speed.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And then Nature, you either run, can't think off the top of my head, Timid.
No, probably Modest.
Modest, yeah.
Since you're Scarf.
If you use a Scarf, you use Modest.
Indeed. Alright, this is starting to look good. I forgot to put Eviolite in Munchlax.
So, right, whilst AJ's doing that, Bane.
Well, I have 2 of them, and they actually play in quite well with our core. And the 2 are interchangeable. We already mentioned one, actually. So it's either Sharpedo.
Yes, that was mine.
Or Crawdaunt. Now,
Sure.
the reason I chose this is because their 2 main weaknesses, to opposing Galvantula or whatever. You got Fighting from the Dark types, or, Bug from the Dark type. And Spiritomb can pretty much punch those hits. Or you have Thunder, which you can, go back into your Claydol. Now, while Sharpedo might be a bit more reliable in terms of, easy to use, you protect, and then you just hit stuff if you're attacked. I really, really, really like Crawdaunt because if you manage to get a Dragon Dance up, well, first let's look at Crawdaunt's ability, Adaptability. It's from Green World.
This ability is...
Yeah. The Pokemon Stab modifier becomes 2 times. So it means that instead of your stab hits doing 150% times damage, they do 200%, so double the damage. So that effectively makes Crunch's base power. If you just forget, add in stab, Crunch's base power is 160. Waterfall's base power is about 180.
Wow.
That is...
Yeah. And after a Dragon Dance, your massive, 372 or 339, depending on Jolly or Adamant. Probably Jolly.
Yes,
Jolly. Better speed, yeah. So you got 339 times another 1.5.
And then, life...
So after 1 Dragon Dance, Crawdaunt speed, which is, base 55, becomes 343. And that's basically enough to outspeed anything that isn't scarfed with a base speed of 107 or higher. So not quite enough to get Galvantula, which is kind of unfortunate, but still pretty impressive.
That outspeeds quite a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what's only concerning me though? Like, as you said, I think our team's a little bit Galvantula. Like, I would like Earthquake on something. Like, we don't have to run it, but the thing is that Sharpedo does run it.
You could run Earth Power on Claydol.
We could run Earth Power on Claydol, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that works.
So stab.
And plus we've got rocks, so Galvantula takes a lot of damage switching in on rocks.
Yeah.
Or you can just switch into Munchlax. Munchlax can eat anything Galvantula has to throw them.
Yeah.
Even hidden power fightings. I think it would take like 6 hidden power fightings to take out Munchlax.
And we got leftovers, so probably about 7.
No leftovers on Munchlax. Eviolite.
Oh yeah, Eviolite, yeah, so 6.
No, it doesn't matter.
So.
Maybe the same. So we're going to go Crawdaunt. I'm going to make the decision here. We can go Crawdaunt because we can put ground type attacks on Claydol.
Yeah.
So, but now, just Bane, you wanted Crawdaunt or Sharpedo, and AJ, you were thinking Sharpedo.
Mm-hmm.
So we now need to find another physical attacker. And in all honesty, there are a few that do spring to mind.
Turn to find one of those.
It is AJ's turn, yeah.
Well, you did take mine, but I kind of want to take this moment now to, like, this is, like, we have, like, kind of our,
Now we should look at coverage.
Wait.
What aren't we hitting?
Yes, exactly. Wait, Crawdaunt, and who's the last guy? Galvantula. Oh,
Yeah.
spelled Galvantula wrong. How do you spell Galvantula?
G-A-L...
I found it. Galvantula. I was spelling it wrong.
Galvantula.
Alright, well, right now, our weaknesses are Grass, Fighting, and Psychic. We do have a Dark type, and we do have a Ghost type. We have 2 Dark types, so we're okay with Psychic.
Yeah.
Grass types, did you say?
Grass, yes.
Grass and...
Galvantula can eat grass types.
All of our walls can eat that.
Just forget everything on the special side first of all, because Munchlax can just destroy anything.
Everything special, even like special fighting attacks. Maybe a Focus Blast. It could at least
Focus
eat
Blast
1%.
do like 40% or something.
But then with a Focus Blast, we could just go into Spiritomb. So
there you go.
So we'll forget about the things that we're weak to. On the special side, we don't really need to worry about. On the physical side, there's not a lot we need to worry about because, you know, our core was bulky. Have a bulky core, and like you said, when you put the synergy in for the core, it was perfect synergy. So we don't really need to worry about what we're weak to. We just need to worry about what we can't hit. So I think we've pretty much got everything kind of covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm kind of thinking? I'm looking at this, and I've seen it used before. First of all, well, the Pokemon I'm talking about, and people who are watching, because I have the screen here, people who are watching, is the Pokemon I'm talking about is Druddigan.
I was actually going to mention that.
Yeah, because, well, there's 2 sets on Smogon. One of them is a physical attacker, and there's a Choice Band or Life Orb set. And then there's a Parashuffler, which has Glare, Dragon Tail, Roar, Substitute, Dragon Claw, or Sucker Punch.
Between the 2, the physical attacker, you know, sounds better for pure power.
We already have a phaser, so.
So, but then the Parashuffler just does sound funny.
Yeah.
What's the hit ratio on Glare?
Glare?
90 accuracy.
90, so it's not as bad as I actually thought it was.
No.
But then my only other problem with that is it doesn't really hit like we need it
Ground
to.
types. No, Glare doesn't hit ghost types.
Glare doesn't hit ghost types, but it doesn't. The thing is, it doesn't do what I was looking for it to do.
I mean, we could run a Choice Banded, Outrage, Superpower, Earthquake, or Life Orb for that matter. It doesn't get great speed, so we can just make it max HP, max attack for defense.
Yeah, we could do that.
Because it actually has decent bulk. It has 77 base HP and base 90s for defenses.
We have enough bulk, though.
We do.
We don't really need to worry about.
Is a strong physical revenge killer, I'd say, or a booster.
That'd be Sharpedo, but
There's a few dotted around. Bane.
Yeah, I was thinking Archeops, since we can effectively spin away any rocks with Claydol.
yeah, but I just really don't like using Archeops because once you get that Wait, oh wait, no, that's special. I mean, I just don't like Archeops because once he gets Defeatist, he's almost rendered useless unless you have like Endeavor.
That's true. Then you also have Hitmonlee. I like using.
Yeah, you can run Scarf Set or Fake Out and Burn.
But then there is one more that I would like to talk about because.
Ooh. Cliff, I think we somehow magically just thought of the same thing. Medicham?
Is it? I was thinking Medicham, and then I was thinking Entei.
Okay. Entei actually would fit very well into this team.
Entei, yeah?
Yeah.
So let's just have a little look at Entei, and then we'll look at Medicham afterwards. The most enjoyable thing about Entei for me is the high attack and the high speed.
And the high HP. And the high bulk.
Yeah, it's just... I think he's got the highest stats in RU.
Let me check.
It's either that or Archeops.
It's a 580 base stat, so...
Yeah, no, it's Moltres, Uxie have 580, and Entei, there we go. And then Archeops.
Yeah, so the brilliant thing about it is that another good thing is something that we haven't actually discussed is priority.
Extreme speed.
And Entei
speed's other priority, so...
Yeah. Extreme speed outspeeds other priority apart from Sucker Punch.
Fake Out. No, it outspeeds Sucker Punch too.
Does it outspeed Sucker Punch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way when I was trying to, when I was about to murder someone with my Haunch Crow, and he pops out his Entei. It's like, oh, it's no problem. But...
So, we have Entei there, and Entei runs the, Entei obviously Fire type. So, you run Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Stone Edge, Hidden Power Grass, or Toxic, just because it has a decent special attack, even if you don't put anything in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you look at the 1337 stat, people who have been using it successfully, Entei is 2, so people use Entei typically that are above this level, typically do better. That doesn't mean much, but, like, it means something.
Yeah, the higher ranked people do use Entei quite a lot, which, if it's anything to go by, if you're going to blame people being good by the teams they build, which is one way people are good, then Entei is obviously up there, was one of the better pokes. But let's not rule out Medicham, though.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're just going to take a look at that.
Right.
Because Medicham, although its stats aren't as good,
it's got pure power.
It has pure power, which is amazing.
Oh my god.
Someone want to explain it?
Doubles, as you can see here, doubles attack stat, base 60 attack, that's base 120 attack. Choice, Scarfed, or Banded, GG.
It's not necessarily base 120.
It doubles the attack stat. So if you run max with a positive nature, your attack's 240.
Yeah.
But with pure power, it then becomes 480.
Yeah. As opposed to 372, which is base 120.
Yeah.
So it's quite a lot better than most people think.
Because it doesn't actually boost the base, it actually boosts its stats.
The only problem I have with Medicham is that people can switch into ghost types and make you crash your high jump kick.
Yeah.
And it's very frail, so you pretty much have to run a Scarf set. Otherwise, you're just going to be revenge killed very easily.
So the vote's between Medicham or Entei, I'm guessing?
Well, I think we shouldn't just vote. Like, first of all, let's take a look at our team.
Yeah.
I could just copy and paste it to you right now. Hold on. Wait.
Well, we just made it, so...
Well, or if you guys are following along on PO. Hold on. This is... I haven't given it, like, all of them EVs or moves yet. But,
okay,
like... I'll just show it.
Whilst you're doing that, me and Bane will discuss benefits and the differences between the two pokes before we discuss, off the obvious what would be better in our team, because you need to think, don't have to purely focus on, well, this would suit my team better. You need to focus on, well, this will hurt other people's team more.
Yeah.
So, Medicham hurts other people's teams because, you know, with pure power, you don't need to run a banded set. And you run Scarf. The only bad thing about it is obviously, you know, if it gets sucker punched, it's gone. And if you go for the high jump kick and they switch on a ghost type, you're pretty much down and out right there.
Especially since that ghost type, especially Spiritomb, will probably pursue you.
Yeah. When
or
you switch out.
High jump kick if you. Actually, not even high jump kick. You would go for another. Yeah, you wouldn't. Never mind. But yeah, it would pursue you.
It would pursue you, or, you know, if it felt that you weren't scarfed, which I don't know why you wouldn't be. I mean, you can run Rifle, but it's not as feasible. They thought that you weren't scarfed, you could, you know, go for something else, like, I don't know, the Ice Punch or Thunder Punch, something like that.
It does give our team coverage, but, like, I would rather have, like, something, like, it to be something that can, like, threaten another team. Or not another team, but, like, threatens this team. Like, let's take a look just at the pokes right now. What threatens our team?
Yeah, well, I think at the moment my only issue is there's a couple of things that I feel that we can't hit as well.
Ghost types for one. Actually, no, you have Crawdaunt.
Ghost types, you have Crawdaunt. My main problem is, and I know there's not a lot around, but we can't really hit grass types.
Other than Bug Buzz, that's their only form of...
Other than Bug Buzz, we can't hit grass types, but I'd much rather focus Galvantula on taking out the water types. Like, there's Septile, and then there's Tangrowth.
Ooh, yeah. Well, no, Galvantula can kill it with a Bug Buzz.
Yeah, Tangrowth, but say your Galvantula's down.
Say Galvantula dies, what else are we gonna hit grass types with?
Yeah, everything on our team is wolves.
We've pretty much got everything else double covered, you know? And then there's even, like, Roselia. A max special defense Roselia won't get taken out by a Bug Buzz.
Even a Vileplume, if someone decides to run a Vileplume, which it is.
You know, okay, I saw this earlier, and I almost, like, laughed out loud, but I'm seeing, I see Butterfree.
Yeah.
That's because of Compoundeyes Sleep Powder.
Oh,
yeah, Compoundeyes Sleep Powder.
It's basically a spore.
I mean, look at this rating. It's kind of outrageous.
But you might as well use a Munchlax in that case, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people just find it lousy to use Butterfree.
You know, it's not, like, bad, but it does pretty much, you know, it's useless other than Compoundeyes Sleep Powder.
It's not very good, first of all, like, just stat-wise in general. Yeah, it's not very good, and you also have to deal with the fact that rocks destroy Butterfree.
Yeah. It's like 50% damage.
What?
50% damage to rocks, Butterfree?
Yeah.
Four times effective.
Same thing with Moltres.
Yeah. So, looking at the fact that we can't really hit grass types all that well, Entei seems the more viable choice.
Of course, you can run Fire Punch, but...
You can run Fire Punch Medicham, yeah.
But you lack power and you lack stab.
And priority.
Yeah. And with Entei, we get the priority extreme speed, and it would be our only priority on the entire team. So Entei looks like it would benefit us more than it would hurt us.
Synergetically, it's perfect, almost.
It boosts the synergy quite dramatically, if I'm correct.
It doesn't boost it. It actually, like, hurts it more, but, like, we have 3 ice resists, we have 3 fire resists, and we have 3 steel resists. Both of them are plentiful, are very used in...
1 water resist. That's another thing I might want to worry about.
But the thing is, with the water types, like I think I mentioned before, Crawdaunt will resist water types.
But see, Crawdaunt special defense is 147.
Yeah.
A strong water attack will still take it off.
But then we also have Spiritomb. And if we run Toxic on Spiritomb, the water type won't want to hang around for very long.
But there aren't that many bulky waters in RU. Keep in mind this is an RU team. We don't have to worry about any rodent washes or anything.
I mean, in RU, what's there that's water that is any danger? For alligator?
Omastar?
Omastar. Shell Smash Omastar, but unless it's running White Herb.
See, that's one reason to run. That's one reason to run a Galvantula with Scarf.
Yeah.
You can just fodder something out, or just shut it down completely with Munchlax. Exactly. I totally forgot we had Munchlax, huh?
We've got Munchlax, so
we don't need to worry about anything special. So we got Feraligatr to worry about, opposing Crawdaunts.
Quillfish and Sharpedo.
Quillfish isn't that much of a danger offensively, though.
No, but it does have a 95 base attack stat.
Yeah.
And, it's got Intimidate, which gives it a little bit more of a usage. It can come in on a physical attacker and force a switch, even if the physical attacker might be able to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the main one is Sharpedo.
Yeah.
I feel like we can take anything from that with... Well, not necessarily. I mean...
I feel like Spiritomb will be able to take...
You could take out a Sharpedo one hit with extreme speed from Entei, though.
That's true.
Yeah. Because it's only got a base 40 defense.
Alright, so it's pretty much for sure that we're using Entei.
Yeah.
It's just the more logical option.
Entei is a better option. Flash Fire is not released on it yet, is it?
No. And we have to use the shiny Adamant one, because it doesn't get extreme speed, it got it in an event, so it has to be Adamant, so we can't run Timid.
Yeah. It has to be Adamant if you're going to run extreme speed.
Which is unfortunate, but oh well.
I mean, if it didn't get in the first place, it wouldn't be as good.
You could run a Flame Charge Entei.
Yeah.
You could. That would be...
It's a big
gimmicky. Kind of interesting.
It'd be interesting. But I mean,
here we're going for a more reliable type team, so I think
we're trying to push people, give a team that people can use easily, and push themselves up to that 1-3-3-7 kind of margin with this team.
I don't think anyone's here has actually gotten to it. The furthest I've gotten ever up in the ladder was UU, and I got up to 1,700.
Really?
No.
Dude.
No, not... Dude. Whoa. Not 1,270.
What ranking are we talking? Are we talking about PO ranking?
I think it's PO.
So I'm ranked like 300th in UU right now.
That was such a long... That was when I was using that Veno raid. Yeah, I was using that in Veno raid. The Venoshock team I was using.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see, because I wrote all my peaks down. Let me find it. Because my peaks are quite high.
Anyways, I don't think this is very important.
Yeah, we're kind of like just flexing.
Yeah. Anyways, so we have to go for the other moves. Flare Blitz. And...
Speed, Stone Edge. And should we go Hidden Power Grass or go for a Toxic?
Are we going to run Toxic on Spiritomb? Because if we do, then we don't need to run it on Entei.
No, because we have Pain Split.
Then...
I'd actually like to run Toxic, because I used to run Toxic on my Scarfed Sock and NU, and believe it or not, that actually works.
Mm-hmm.
Because the person, if something's like beast in your team, for example, Tangela was a huge counter to the team I used if I had Torkoal dead, and actually even Ninjask had a hard time battling it. So what I did, I actually had Toxic, and it came in handy so many times because they're not predicting that. And even if you use Toxic, they may still think you're like a Scarf set of some sort, but it still works. So I would actually Hand Power Grass.
Toxic or Hidden Power Grass? Because the set is obliged to be Adamant, you lack a lot of offensive special attack. So I think Toxic would be the better option.
Indeed.
Definitely.
And it has to be Adamant, too.
Then, but now the main question we need to pick is Choice Band or...
Well, you can go Flame Charge, if you want to just forget Toxic altogether. Because then you're basically automatically Scarfed.
Yeah. If you hit 2, or is it 1?
It's 1. Scarf is 1.5. Flame Charge is 1.5.
If they switch out, you then could effectively, if you're running Life Orb...
You switch it on like a Tangrowth or something. Oh no, Flare Blitz, and they're going to try and switch out. And as they switch out, you go for the Flare Boost list. You know what I mean?
Flame charge.
Yeah. Flare Boost.
And then you get the speed boost, yeah. But here's the main question with Entei. Now, it's banned or orb. This is quite a big one, because with the choice band, obviously you get a bigger boost.
Well, no Flame Charge if it's a choice band, first of all.
Yeah, you can't run Flame Charge if you're banded.
Yeah.
Because, it's not powerful enough for you to just keep spamming it. But if you run Orb, you can run Flame Charge. But I think, and the Orb doesn't boost your attack as much, but it does give you the versatility of being able to switch moves.
I'd rather go Life Orb.
I would rather go Life Orb and Toxic instead of Flame Charge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Toxic? Okay.
Definitely. Just because we're trying to make it as versatile as possible, and albeit that Flame Charge would make it a bigger threat, Toxic could shut something down. If you know they're going to switch in a wall you can't actually hear, you just fire off the Toxic, and then that thing can start taking damage. You don't have to worry about it as much, because eventually it will go down. Okay,
so now we basically got our team. So
we have our team, we don't have the details.
Well, we have the details.
Well, not completely. I'm still missing stuff on Munchlax, Claydol, and Crawdaunt.
Bane's got it all written down.
Alright, hold on, wait. So, Body Slam.
Because I'm confident, unlike you, AJ. No, I'm joking.
I'm actually pretty. I like this team.
I'm joking.
I'm forgetting the nature on Munchlax.
Psyshock or Psychic on Claydol? Or Ice Beam, or what are we running on Claydol? I gotta go back to Claydol.
I think we were running Psychic. I think we said we were going to run Earth Power on it as well.
Psychic?
Or we can run Toxic. Toxic or Ice Beam.
You don't have any ice attacks, so...
If you run Toxic, then we might as well just go for Flame Charge on that. Or Ice Beam for, more coverage.
Ice Beam for coverage, because then we can handle, Dradugan if it comes in. I can't say it properly.
Okay, so Poke Fight Club members, get out your notebooks, or just pause the video and rewind multiple times. I don't care.
Or I could just export the team and put it in the description.
That too. Okay, so just to recap, we have Claydol, physically defensive, 252 HP, 252 defense, 4 special defense, bold nature, used as a spinner and a hazard deployer, and Stealth Rock, Earth Power, Rapid Spin, Ice Beam. Number 2, we have Spiritomb. Once again, max HP, but this time it's max special attack, modest, and another 4 in special defense. And this is Dark Pulse, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Pain Split, with Pressure as the ability. I don't even think it triggers up. Next, we have Munchlax, the third member of our corps. This is max HP, max special defense with Eviolite, and you can put the rest in defense, or you can put it in attack. I put it in attack because it's good to have, if you're stuck body slamming something towards the end of the match, it just makes things go faster. And you're not going to be taking any physical hits anyway. But it's up to preference, once again. And this has Whirlwind, Body Slam, Rest, and Sleep Talk, with Thick Fat as the ability.
Okay, Tom, your mic is pooping.
Yeah. Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. How's it now?
Better.
Is it just buzzing? I think it's when I stop talking, it tries to pick up my sound more, so it turns its own volume up.
How about you just mute it for the next 3?
I don't know how.
You just click on Skype and you click on the little microphone signal. Simple.
Yep, you can.
I think you got it.
Yeah, we can hear you. Alright.
Okay, next we have the first member of our offensive part of the team, Galvantula, which is a different take on the Galvantula, being that it's a Stark set. So we have, we don't put any HP because it's got to be an odd number HP, so that you take less damage from rocks. So you got Modest because it's Scarf, with max in that being 252 in speed and 252 in special attack. And the remaining AVs you can put into special defense or defense, up to preference, doesn't really matter. And for this you have Thunder, Bugabuzz, Energy Ball, and Volt Switch, with Compoundeyes being the ability of choice. Next member, Physical Attacker, Crawdaunt, with Adaptability. And it is a Jolly Nature Crawdaunt with max attack 252 and max speed 252, with the remaining 4 EVs being put in HP, defense, or special defense, depending on preference. Once again, it doesn't really matter that much. And
Wait. No one. There we go. Adaptability.
Yeah. And this Crawdaunt has Crunch to cash in on Adaptability, Waterfall to also cash in on Adaptability, Dragon Dance, and Superpower, Taunt. Doesn't really matter what you put. Taunt is good because it can prevent other things from, setting up on you. You can also say you're against a Siglip and you don't want it to burn you, and you've got Dragon Dance up, then you can go for the Taunt there. Or Superpower if you just want more coverage.
What are we gonna put?
It's your call.
I kind of like Substitute.
Substitute? Lenny, substitute. Yeah.
Substitute is the much better option in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's put on Substitute.
And Item?
Item, I put Leftovers.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Life Orb will make you die, and you're not really missing that much attack with, Adaptability and Dragon Dance, etc.
That is factual.
Stop saying factual. So, next one, we have Entei, and this is the last member of our team, potentially the MVP, depending on how you play. And this Entei will be max attack Adamant. It has to be Adamant, otherwise the PO won't let you use it with extreme speed.
And Shiny.
Yeah, so Shiny with Adamant, 252 in attack, 252 in speed, with Life Orb and Pressure because Flash Fire isn't released, but once it is, go for... Actually, you won't even be able to go for Flash Fire because it's going to be Event Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. And this is Flare Blitz, Stone Edge, Extreme Speed, and Toxic. Toxic or Hidden Power Grass, or, you heard us talking. Doesn't really matter. We're going with Toxic. So, there you have it. That is our team, and I think now we're gonna do testing. Is that right?
Yeah, we can get...
I think Tom wanted to say something too.
Actually, I just wanna point out first, this is a team, and it's in my opinion, it's a very good team for the current RU meta game. But what the whole purpose of this is not, this is a team for like this tier change at the moment, like until the next tier change. This is a good team for you to use. But just remember, after the tier change, the whole tier, because RU's like very up and down lately.
Yeah, really tumultuous.
Yeah. So by the next tier change, this team right here could be completely redundant. But just use the theses that we've given you. Use the way that we made this team. Think about the same things. Exactly. Use the team building strategy. But this team isn't just because the team's good doesn't mean you're going to win every match. You need a good team.
You have to make decisions and predictions. That's right.
But you need to be competent about the way you use the team. The team will do most of the work for you if you've built it right. But you need to think. You need to get into the mind of the other player. So don't come to us and say, "Hey, I used your team in RU and I lost 5 games in a row." Because it's not that the team is bad. I'm not saying that you're bad. It's just that you need to know the team. You need to know how the team works. Which is why it's probably better for you to... I'm not saying don't use the team. It'll be better for you if you use the strategy to build a team and then build a team around the way that you like to play.
That's right.
This is how we like to play, and we kind of, all three of us, I think all of the directors of the Pokefight Club, we kind of have the same mindset when we build a team. Because being around each other, we do. Except Sulfate, who's just fucking random. But we kind of talk to each other every day. It's better to be, find a group of people, make a group of friends over Skype or YouTube or something, and talk to them. Because, it's better to have somebody else's advice on your team, and not just try and go solo with it. Because that could you could then start thinking, oh, well, I know that I like this poke, you know, and you get it in your head that because you like it, it's good. You know, I've done that before. If anybody who is subscribed to AJ and has been subscribed to him for a long time, you see there's a battle between me and him, an RU battle, and I had a terrible team. It was bad to the point where I thought it was good, but evidently, if you go and watch the video, it's not. And AJ swept me with a simple shell smash on the star.
Yeah, then he beat me because he crit my belly drum cosmic power Claydol.
You know.
Oh no, it's not quite my Claydol.
No, it's Queen Onage. It's herpes.
So just bear in mind that the team is good, but it's not going to do all of the work for you.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'd recommend making tweaks to how you, if you want to use the team, make tweaks to how you play. Don't try and force somebody else's play style.
Indeed. Well,
so
go ahead.
We will do one test game.
One?
Just one. Just one. And if anybody else wants to see, you know, more group narrations from the Pokefight Club, be sure to give a little message to us. But what we'll do
Be sure to send $5 to our PayPal account.
Actually, I think what we're gonna do, we're going to end this episode of the team building.
We're gonna end this team building episode, and our next video will be us using our team that we built on this episode. Just so everybody knows that this is probably going to be cut up into like little random sections, just because, you know, the Pokefight Club isn't actually enabled for 15-minute long uploads, I don't think.
I think it is.
But we'll find out when we go to upload the first episode, but it will be at least 30 minutes long each episode.
I think we need a good title too. I was thinking HitmonChallange.
HitmonChallange is the title.
There we go. Well, thank you for tuning in into the first HitmonChallange.
Before we go, AJ, we are going to do this with other tiers as well, so don't worry, eventually we will get to your favourite tier.
Probably we can do Ubers.
We probably... Ubers. Do you know what? We might do Ubers as well. There's just, I think, because we mostly play on Smogon, so the ones that I don't think we will be doing that do exist, that do get played are, you know, Middle Cup. Sorry to
you and stuff like that. Yeah.
Middle Cup blows now.
But other than that, yeah, just enjoy these videos, listen to what we say, and try and take some advice. AJ.
Well, I think that just about wraps things up for the HitmonChallange. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the Pokefight Club, and if you haven't seen our channels already, make sure you subscribe to them because you should. And I'm telling you to. So thank you guys for watching, and expect a battle with the PFCOU team. Or RU team, derp.
See you next time.
Goodbye.
Fillers. Oh god, no, I'm never doing that again.
I think that